Now let's cross to Ashraf Haidari. He is the Afghan envoy to Sri Lanka and is joining us live from Colombo. Thanks so much for your time. After almost 20 years, how can coalition forces be accused of a hasty withdrawal? Shouldn't Afghan forces now be in a position to take over their own security?
Well, the Afghan forces have already been defending Afghanistan and providing protection for our citizens since the end of the transition process back in December 2014. And they're currently doing the same as international forces, including US and NATO, are withdrawing, and the withdrawal will be completed by the end of August, as President Biden said. It's a sovereign decision we respect, but at the same time we appreciate the continued support of both military security, the development in humanitarian assistance from the United States, from Great Britain, as the Prime Minister just alluded, and as well as the rest of NATO. Simply because it's not about Afghanistan. It is, again, as we recall from the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1368, which was passed on September 12th, 2001, the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and a dozen other terrorist networks still remain a threat to the Afghan state, stability in Afghanistan, as well as regional security and international peace. And as a result, the international community, including the United States, remains committed and, of course, obligated morally and strategically for their own national security interests to help stabilize Afghanistan.
How do you see this playing out, though? Do you equate the Taliban's ability to be retaking this territory with the withdrawal of troops? And can the Afghan government hold on to power?
Well, yes, this abrupt withdrawal, which we had not been expecting. Of course, we were expecting a residual force that would remain in place to continue providing air, logistical, and maintenance support, which is now being withdrawn. And as a result, we are just readapting to a new situation where we have to do everything on our own, and we're fast catching up. And that's why our withdrawal in some of the districts are tactical. Some places where we didn't have much presence anyway, the Taliban have taken over, but we are reorganizing and mobilizing, and as well as the people of Afghanistan have, of course, risen in support of the Afghan forces, and in a few months we should be able to capture much of what they have taken over. And at the same time, of course, we remain engaged with the Taliban in the peace process. Our negotiating team is currently in Doha. They've had 3 rounds of talks with the Taliban. We also sent a delegation to Tehran and as well as to Moscow, where, of course, we see encouraging signs, and we hope that as we battle to defend Afghanistan against terrorism, both regional and as well as transnational, because Al-Qaeda, ATIM, and a number of other terrorist networks have joined the Taliban to capture some of the districts which you've been reporting on. But on the other hand, I remain engaged on the peace talks to achieve a sustainable political settlement.
It's definitely a situation that will continue to unfold, and we appreciate your input. Ashraf Haidari joining us from Colombo.